Okay. About the legal, seeking outside.
I want to find out who that attorney actually represents, for one thing. Number two,
Which
is I want
attorney
to
are you
find out,
talking about?
I'm talking about the city attorney, Mr. Mayor, we only got one.
Oh, well, that's not exactly true. They specialize, so
Yes, I am aware, but I'm talking about Spear Hoyt.
Yes, and I can show you,
No.
I don't think I have it here, but I can show you the letter that I presented to you in January.
I'd be happy to
Okay.
see it, since I don't remember.
Well, I think the minute you see it, you'll remember it, because I presented it to you just as soon as I got it, because I thought it was of critical importance to us.
Apparently it wasn't critical enough, none of the rest of the council remembered it.
Well,
Right.
it's my job to present it, it's your job to deal with it,
That's what he's doing.
okay? So, that's covered. Now, let me tell you,
There's a motion on the floor, I second the
Okay.
motion.
But
Okay.
it's a work session, you really shouldn't be making motions.
Yeah.
You're right, I'll withdraw my second.
Can we get it on the agenda for the next meeting?
sure, just remember to do it. Okay, here's what I communicated with the director of the program. I said, this is going to cause us a little bit of a headache as far as the distribution process. He said, I'll check with the donors and see if they're willing to provide some money for that. I have not heard back from him yet. I can email him once again and see if he's made that contact or not. The other thing that makes this particularly unique, and obviously I haven't seen all the shows because they haven't aired yet, this is the first time that this group, or the only time that I know of, where this group has been dealing with a governmental body. All of the rest of the shows that I've seen
Yeah.
are dealing with giving a private person
Personal,
some money.
Individual.
And there are no disclosure rules for that. So they can handle the money any way they want to. They could leave the country and go on vacation, and there's nothing they can do about it. We are responsible for keeping track of this money legally, and they are not. So this group was very well intentioned, but they have just never had the experience of dealing with a governmental organization. And I'm sure, since they were not from Oregon, they had no idea about our open meetings laws or any of that stuff that make it especially complicated to deal with something like this. Personally, I think it's worth a little inconvenience so that the citizens can get $100 apiece. And I think we can solve that by not making the front office people do everything.
Right.
And that's why I said, I'll step up and work for 3 days. If you want to join in, fine. It's Tiffany who says you need to be more invested in this community. And that's one way now that you can be more invested.
Oh, we've been plenty invested.
We're not making motions in a work
It's a
session.
work session, you don't conduct council business at a work session, but it will certainly come up the next meeting.
You said they're all night in Oregon, you're not getting over
Well, one thing, I'm gonna bring it up now, and I'm not gonna say anything more about it. We lost a good accountant because the mayor took it upon himself to drag her into
Right.
his office
That's
twice.
You're right, right,
For whatever purpose. He didn't have the authority to do that.
right.
He didn't have he took it on himself to do that, and I resent that. I resent the fact that that person was hired by council
Right.
and basically it was driven off by the mayor, and I really have a problem with that. Now, if we have to have her back again, or any forensic auditor in the future, we're gonna be jeopardized, because that word's gonna get out that there's not a city that somebody wants to work for. So I think the mayor, I have a problem with that, that's all I'm gonna say. Didn't have authority to do that, he exceeded his authority.
Okay, let me tell you why I took her to my office, so that she could look at that letter that you don't remember.
Did you say that she was fussing?
So I don't understand why.
Did you say that she was fussing?
Yes, because that wasn't the first time today. Here's the way I would like her to operate. She had 4 or 5 concerns on her first email today. A couple of them could have been handled verbally that are already done.
Verbally what? I mean, you know, it's a 7-member council for a
No,
reason.
no. She was asking questions like, have you done this? Have you done that? So I wanted to show her what we have done. A couple of the things we've already had done, a couple of the things we haven't done. Okay, so she could have written us a correspondence saying, you still need to do these two things. Don't tell us to do things that we've already done. Okay, so I showed her what we had done in regard to the issue at hand. So, the other thing, and I took responsibility for that because, and I asked,
That seems fair.
well, and I asked the city administrator tonight if she had the authority to look at that document. And do you remember what his answer was?
He said the lawyer didn't think so. I don't care what the lawyer thinks, I wanna know what he knows. I don't care what he thinks.
Okay, so.
All I'm saying is,
But you don't want to put the
resist
city
the
in
urge to
jeopardy.
speak for me, because you don't.
Okay, I didn't speak for anybody, I showed her the letter, okay?
She was engaged by the council collectively,
Right.
and she is employed by the council collectively.
She just
There
can't.
shouldn't be any individual communicate, official communication or whatever. And we lost, I agree with you, we lost somebody who was doing a damn fine job for this job. Because we withheld information that she could have done the job more efficiently, and that's just wrong. It doesn't
Well, I'm
matter
not
if
so
it's,
sure we lost her.
it doesn't matter if it's a lack of cooperation
What
by the former
information?
city
I mean,
administrator,
the
the
only
finance
thing-
director, anybody.
The only thing that she was upset about was not seeing the letter. She recommended that council seek.
No.
The council, she recommended the council seek legal advice as far as our culpability in the financial situation.
Okay, and
Which
that-
means,
I don't have the email in front of me, so I can't tell you the other three things
and that had already
she-
been done.
She brought up Amy's thing about the written
Right.
authorization.
I
She
know.
brought up
I
my
happen
thing
to have
about
it
the
in front
purchase.
of me if you'd like me to read it.
Thank you, yes.
After being in City Hall no less than 5 minutes, I can see the extraordinary task the ladies here are pressured with as a result of this alleged secret millionaire money. I had an opportunity to review the letter that went out, and I have concerns. Number one, it does not appear that any attorney was consulted before the letter went out. This should have been the number one task for anything like this. I recommend that this letter be reviewed by your city attorney ASAP to ensure the wording was appropriate and to verify whether any restrictions need to be made. Two, there does not appear to be anything in writing allowing you to disperse funds. No money should be dispersed until which time you have expressed written authorization to do so. Bold print. Three, there was no apparent firm plan as to how to disperse this money before letters went out. Items like criteria for allowing funds, dealing with underage children, individuals who died since October, babies who were in utero in October. Seriously, these are questions being posed. What system is there to ensure no fraudulent disbursements, etc.? It appears that we are collecting forms and not really doing much else with them. Four, I'm concerned about the undue burden that this task is placed on this task on an already tapped City Hall. In my opinion, this spells trouble on so many fronts for you all, more regulations, success of the finance department, so forth. That's fussing, I guess. That's pointing out and giving advice on something that we should have been listening to in the first place.
That's right.
Okay, anything else?
He doesn't
on
care,
this,
And he doesn't care.
just goes right on past.
Question on where I go from here with the staff. Do we stop or do we continue?
I think it needs to be managed.
But take these in
Mr.
return.
City Administrator. You can't go in an unmanageable situation like this and continue to provide a city service.
And you can't really stop it, it's going out in 1,400 water bills, you can't pull them back. The process should have been, in my opinion, research a little better, and there's the right time and the right place for pretty much everything. And I think we have to quickly and expeditiously instead of responsibly. But now that it's done, we gotta figure out how to make it a bit more
Well,
user-friendly.
definitely we need to have some volunteers come in and help, so that it takes the burden off the city staff.
Yes.
And move it into the council chamber.
Thing is, the damage is done, you're never gonna get another auditor like you had.
Yeah.
No
It's never's a long time, but it's unfortunate, it's certainly unfortunate.
It is unfortunate
She has
that,
damn sure done a good job for
that
us.
it's gone, but, she's done a good job. and if she's done it well, we should be fine.
Well, we did hire her to finish out getting us
2011, 2012.
2000, she only got 2011 done, she doesn't have to.
Which is due the end of the year.
So we're,
We're back where we were. And the thing is, the thing is, we lost the person who, in 6 months' time, has brought us from 3 behind to 1 that's already in the works. We lost the person who knows where the bodies are buried, okay? She knows where the problem areas are. There's a value in that, because if it saves time on the 11-12, because she's gained that experience from the 2 prior years, that reduces the cost to the city. Now we gotta bring in somebody else that doesn't know where the bodies are buried, doesn't necessarily know where the problems are, they gotta start.
So I don't understand, I guess, her resignation. It's.
Her liability,
It's,
her liability.
excuse me?
It's Tiffany's liability. Her liability right now, because she had to, her credentials told you people what you were supposed to do, and
Which
this
we'd already
lady,
accomplished, we'd already done.
no, you didn't do it all.
No.
No, you did not do this.
I'm not sure what it is we got.
She wanted, okay, I'm not gonna argue, but anyway.
You
know what is sad,
Based
though?
on the information she had, she essentially
Good telling, Jimmy.
presented false information. That goes to
Jimmy,
her
tell.
professionalism, that goes to her,
Stand
did
up.
she know, did she not know, is it
Stand up.
an ethics problem, it puts her in
So
a bad
what
spot.
I'm hearing is she's upset because she didn't see a copy of the letter that we had already spoken to legal.
But you know what's really sad?
We already had
Sue,
legal
if you didn't
for
do
our
Has
position as a council.
You don't understand.
It goes public.
And that was
The
an
city of
oversight.
Oakridge is
Do you remember the letter to me?
This is a county discussion for us, Don.
That was addressed, so, nobody should hold her.
Well, at that point, what her professional standards are, and
Well, I
ethics and so on and so
understand
forth, I don't, but as I understand it, it has put her in a bad spot professionally.
Sure. Holy.
What her concern is that there was a letter out there that she didn't have a deal, and yet, since that letter was put out, she has stood up and made public statements
Right.
and given us advice that's contrary to what those public statements she made.
Correct.
Well, it wasn't totally contrary, because she
Well-
was saying seek outside counsel, not city council.
Well, outside,
She's still
And
there.
the city can't very well show her a document, I'm sorry. The city can't show her a document that the city has already been advised not to show.
well, as I understand it, her advice was to seek outside independent counsel, and the correspondence was from the city attorney. How is that outside independent counsel?
It wasn't outside
Not if it
independent
came
counsel.
from Spirit Oil.
So her suggestions were still
To
somewhat
testify
valid.
against everyone.
Nobody acted on those, so.
And busing is
I don't
not
understand.
included, I mean, that's just, that's the lesser part of this, but that's just kind of rude. Yeah.
Well, she
that
can
too.
testify.
I'd almost forgotten that.
But-
No, you're right, you're right.
Do you understand though that she can come in now, say we took the class action, she can testify against you guys.
Okay, now we can talk. Now you can talk.
Go ahead.
Do you understand what I'm saying? She no longer works here. She can come in, if we do a class action suit against you guys, she can testify against you that you give her false documents. I mean,
We never gave her false documents.
you did.
No, we didn't. Mr. Hadley, no, we didn't.
You withheld information.
That's not true either.
Oh, well, the whole thing that we had, she said, what she's really sad is that this woman has worked hard and she's done her best. The Oakridge City of Oakridge
If you want to, I will.
lost a lot of face. The city of Oakridge right now.
You're junk.
Our reputation is.
You paid this woman this kind of money and you don't follow up
You
on
don't
what she
listen.
advises.
That's why you guys gotta know that.
Well, and I don't know how much she knows.
I know, I was like, who is that man in a blue plaid shirt with pink
Everyone
stripes?
still got that so
Pink striped tie on a blue plaid shirt?
Still got that so